Well, good morning. Taking a live look at A Basin this morning. Ski season is underway, but so is avalanche season. The Colorado Avalanche Information Center has already started issuing avalanche forecasts. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. 9 News meteorologist Jaden Knowles is live from Floyd Hill Overlook with more on how to access those reports and how to prepare for avalanche safety. Jaden, good morning.
Well, good morning, Jordan. Yeah, this is really the time of year when those forecasts really starts to become essential. And that's the reason, we're already starting to see a little bit of snow in some parts of the high country. Not a whole lot. We don't have any snow forecasted this week, maybe a little bit for the northern mountains. But overall, that's the reason why the Colorado Avalanche Information Center has finally started doing those daily forecast reports. They actually started over the weekend. So if you take a look at your screen there, you can find these forecasts on their website. And once you click on the forecast, you'll be able to see a color-coded map showing avalanche danger for different regions of Colorado, rated from low to extreme. Now, before you head out, make sure you've checked the forecast for your exact area. Pack the right gear like a beacon, probe, or shovel, and travel one at a time in any steep or suspect terrain. Now, most avalanches happen on slopes steeper than about 30 degrees, and even a small slide can be deadly if you're caught in it. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how does avalanches work? Well, avalanches typically occur when a weak layer of snow beneath the surface gives way under new snow or added weight, often triggered by skiers, riders, or snowmobilers. Now, knowing the danger levels before you go can make all the difference, and that's the reason the CAIC really wants to make the message clear and simple. Just remember these three things: check the forecast, carry the gear, and know before you go. So live out here, it is pretty cold. I know I really wish that I was out here yesterday seeing the 80s. It's cold right now, Katie. What's the forecast looking like?
Jaden, well, I'm glad you have that really stylish jacket on, keeping you warm this morning. We are going to be seeing cooler temperatures settling in here across Colorado after an extremely warm weekend, the first one of November. We broke a record in Denver yesterday and the day before in terms of those high temperatures. Today, though, cooling down from the mountains to the plains, but still relatively mild off to our west with dry conditions here this morning. A ridge of high pressure that's building in. Today, we have a weak cool front, but we are not looking at much snow in the forecast for Colorado's high country. Next best chance of picking up some precipitation will be on Thursday in our northern mountains. But in the meantime, this morning, getting you out the door on this Monday, we've dropped down to the upper 30s in downtown Denver, mid 30s for Fort Collins, and across the eastern plains, some 20s out there this morning. So definitely want to have the jacket on. It's a chilly start to the day, and it's going to be significantly cooler than it was yesterday. So we're expecting low 50s right around 11 o'clock. Today, a high of 59 degrees. That is closer to seasonal normals, but around 25 degrees colder than yesterday. So just be prepared for that. Later on today, low 60s, Steamboat, Vail, and Aspen, Frisco as well. So a bit warmer in the mountains across eastern Colorado, high 50s. Looking ahead, it's going to be warm, relatively dry. Any chance for seeing some snowfall here in the metro area? We'll look at that still to come. But first, Erica, how's it looking on the roads?
Right now, Katie, we've been dealing with a couple slow spots, but starting you out where Sky 9 is, if you're making your way through the Highlands Ranch area, 470 and University, we're actually moving very nicely here. I want to take you over to CDOT though, because it's really looking different. Still following a crash clearing, right lane blocked, northbound 225 and Mississippi. So if you're getting ready to make your way into Aurora and you rely on northbound 225, just be aware that we have delays. And then take a look at this. We were warning you about this last week. We're in that season where sun glare becomes dangerous and eastbound I-70 closes in Floyd Hill. It closed just a little bit before 7 o'clock this morning, and everyone is being detoured onto Highway 6, Highway 40. It is a lengthy detour if you're making your way in toward the Denver area, in toward Genesee, Golden. So just make sure to keep that in mind if you need to travel that way. We often see this clear by 8:30 or sooner. I'll be keeping a close eye on it for you. Let's take you over right now to what we are seeing on the map. 6 to 7 minute slowdown making your way into Aurora on northbound 225 because of that wreck at Mississippi. Right lane, right shoulder blocked. 6 minute slowdown on the southbound side of 225, and that's just because of morning volume. And then we're up to a 22-minute travel time between E470 and 76 on westbound I-70. So that drive across town is slowing by about 8 minutes.
Erica, thank you. Today, the city of Aurora is celebrating a major milestone for drivers. In 3 hours, the city will hold a ribbon-cutting event for the new I-70 Piccadilly interchange. The diverging diamond design is expected to improve safety and traffic flow for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians in this fast-growing part of the region. The interchange is scheduled to fully open by Thanksgiving.
Xcel Energy's profits took a major hit this quarter, down more than 80%. The drop comes after Xcel paid $287 million toward a $640 million settlement tied to the Marshall Fire lawsuits. Insurance covered the rest, and despite the payout, Xcel's Colorado revenue actually rose to $1.4 billion. Xcel plans to file new rate proposals with state regulators later this year.
It's a new month, and Xcel Energy is changing the hours when electricity will cost you the most. Peak pricing has been moved to 5 p.m. through 9 p.m., meaning energy will be most expensive during those hours. It replaces the current peak period of 3 to 7 p.m. Experts say small kitchen appliances like air fryers and microwaves will not drive your bill up, but bigger ones like washers, dryers, and EV chargers could. The cheapest time to use power will now be overnight through mid-afternoon and all day on weekends and holidays.
A holiday tradition is helping feed families in need across Denver. Safeway will deliver 1,000 turkeys to the Denver Rescue Mission this morning. Volunteers will form a turkey toss line to load the birds into freezers before they are handed out for Thanksgiving. This year's goal, 15,000 turkeys. And the Denver Rescue Mission isn't the only one looking to feed those in need. Our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive is happening right now.
We're hoping to raise $750,000 for Coloradans facing food insecurity. And to do that, we're teaming up with local food banks and King Soopers. That's where 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us this morning. Courtney, no amount is too small. As a matter of fact, we raise a lot of the money just by rounding up at the register.
Yes, that's right, Corey and Jordan. A big portion of the donations that we get are from rounding up at the register. And there's also other ways that you can donate here at King Soopers. We're here with Jessica Trowbridge from King Soopers. Jess, tell us a little bit about these red bags here.
Yeah, these red bags are awesome. So if you're in our stores and you need a bag, purchase one of these because they're bags for a cause. And so every bag that we sell here, we donate $1 back to the benefiting nonprofit. So for the month of November, our Feeding Colorado partners are the beneficiaries. And so depending on what area you're in, it will benefit your local food bank.
And $1 really does stretch really far for our local food banks. Thank you so much, Jess, for that. And we have Food Bank of the Rockies here this morning. This is Aditi Desai. Good morning, Aditi.
Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys are going through. I know you guys are kind of bracing for a lot of an influx of people coming into the food bank.
Yeah, with the pause on SNAP currently and the government still shut down, there's a lot of furloughed workers and then people also not receiving their regular SNAP benefits. We recently met Deb, a neighbor at one of our distributions, and she's 77 on a fixed income and also a care provider for her 16-year-old nephew, and SNAP is a lifeline for them. So they came to a food distribution so that they can stretch their dollars during this time. And even $1 really helps food banks make an impact. We're able to get enough food out the door for 3 meals.
Yeah, you guys really know how to stretch a dollar. You guys use that money very wisely. And again, those pennies, nickels, and dimes when you're at the register here at King Soopers, if you press that little yellow button at the top, that will round up your order. And really that adds up and helps us get to that $750,000 goal. But Aditi, tell us a little bit more about what you guys are kind of bracing for right now. Already food banks are seeing unprecedented numbers before this government shutdown and now the pause on SNAP benefit.
So we've been seeing about up to a 20% increase in our distributions in terms of neighbors attending, and we're bracing for an even higher surge now. It can be anywhere from maybe 25% or 75% additional people. That's what a lot of our 700 plus hunger relief partners have shared with us. And so we're actually going to be bringing in about 30 more truckloads of food just in November alone to be able to meet this moment. And literally every dollar helps support neighbors during this really challenging time.
Yes, thank you so much, Aditi.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so yes, if you guys are at King Soopers, you can spare a quarter. Please do press that roundup button. It really does help 9 Cares Colorado Shares and all of our neighbors here in Colorado. Live in Parker, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you.